Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make an easy, seamless, all half double crochet hat with a round of single crochet just to finish it off. So it's a great beginner pattern. It's also great because there is no seam. So I have two kinds here made. I have a tail here I still have to hide, excuse that, with two different yarns. Okay, this is the hat I usually wear in my videos. People always ask me to make a tutorial, so I did do that. So this is what I'm going to be making in the tutorial. Now this was made with a Lion brand Boogie Nights. It is classified as a bulky weight number 5. I do not agree with that. It is a 4-weight yarn. So any 4-weight yarn will work, and it'll make a hat about this size. Because that bulky 5 is, I'm not at all in agreement with that. That is not what, this is not a bulky 5. I would guess most of you would probably agree with me on that is a 4-weight yarn. So if you're not going to be using this yarn, I would recommend a 4-weight. Now, this is 100% polyester, and there's 149 yards per skein, and this is what I have left. So it's probably going to take about 125 yards to finish this hat. And the color I have is called Royal Flush. Now this is made with a bulky number 5, this one. Now this is made with Michael's Loops and Threads brand. It's called Shimmer Luxe. I do not know if they still have that on their site or not. You would have to look. Now it is a bulky number 5. Now I made this the exact same way that I made this one. No change whatsoever. Same amount of rows, same size hook, everything is the same. The only difference is the bulky 5 is just a little bit bigger than the 4-weight yarn. Not much. Put them together, but as you can see, it is a bit bigger on the sides. Well, but anyways, there's just a little bit of a difference. Other than that, so I think this would fit, you know, between a 20 to 21.5 inch head. 21 and a inch and a half head. This will probably fit 21.5 to 22.5 head, the bulky 5. So you can either use a 4-weight or a 5-weight depending on what size that you want. I will also tell you how to increase a 4-weight yarn to make it a little bit bigger if you choose. But I just wanted to show you these two hats and tell you what yarns that I chose, and that they were both made exactly the same number of rows, same size hook, same number increase. The only difference is that the bulky 5 is a bit bigger. Not by a lot, but it will fit a little bit bigger of a head. This is the one I always wear, and it is a little big for me, but I still wear it all the time. This one would probably fit me a lot better. So anyways, and then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. So let's go ahead and get started on this. I am making my hat for Lion Brand's Hat Not Hate program against anti-bullying. That's why I am doing that in blue. If you're not familiar with that, I will put a link below. They're collecting blue hats to pass out to kids against anti-bullying. Of course, you can make yours in any color, but if you are going to be doing it for Lion Brand, it needs to be in some color of blue. Okay, like I said, I'll put a link to that below. And I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. So why don't we go ahead and start off, like always, good old slip knot on our hook. I'm going to try to make an easy hat here. So we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. And I'm going to slip stitch like that, and I'm going to do a chain 1. Now this is a very easy hat. It's the same hat I always wear in my videos. my blue hat. People ask me all the time to make a tutorial of it. So now I'm going to make it. So it's made basically all with half double crochet. So it's a really extremely easy hat. So we're going to be working through the center of this ring. Now that chain one we did does not count as a stitch. So through the center of this ring, we are going to work 10 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there's 10. Now, I'm going to be using a slip stitch, or a stitch marker, not a slip stitch, I apologize. I'm not going to end my rounds with a slip stitch. I'm going to be using a stitch marker, which means I'm going to be working in a continual round, so there will be no visible seam on your hat. That's always good. So what we're going to do, instead of slip stitching to end our round, we want to use a stitch marker. So we're going to place it right here between the 1st and the 10th half double crochet, like that. That way we know where we end and where we begin. And we're going to be carrying this stitch marker all the way up through our hat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just continue round 2 by going to the first half double crochet over here and putting 2 half double crochets into it. Now we don't want to go into the chain 1. I know this dark yarn is hard to see, and I apologize. Try to get up closer. But it's a pretty easy pattern. So jump to that first half double crochet, go right into it, and work 2 half double crochets into it. So we did not end the round with a slip stitch. We're just going to continue rounds without slip stitching. And like I said, that will create no visible seam. Now I'm going to work around and I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in every stitch all the way around until I get back to my starting point. So 2 half doubles into that stitch, 2 into the next, 2 into the next, all the way around until I get to my stitch marker. Now when you get back to your stitch marker, it'll be the end of round 2, and you'll have a total of 20 stitches now. You had 10 on round number 1, and you'll have 20 on round number 2. So we'll start round number 3 by pulling our marker up, just like that, putting it back right there at the end of the stitch. Now we're going to put 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Now the next stitch will get 2 half double crochets. And then 1 half double crochet into the next. And then 2 half doubles into the next. And that is what we're going to repeat all the way around now for round 3. 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 half double crochets into the next, 1 half double into the next, and 2 half doubles into the next. So I'm going to work around repeating this until I get back to my stitch marker. Alrighty, I have made it to the end of round 3. Now your last stitch should have had 2 half double crochets into the same stitch, and you should have a total of 30 stitches now. Let's go ahead and move that marker up, and now we'll start round 4. We want to put 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to put a half double crochet into the next stitch, a half double crochet into the next, and then 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. So that will be our repeat now for round 4. 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 1 in the next one, 1 in the next one, and then 2 half doubles into the same stitch of the next one. Again, 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 in the next, and then 2 half doubles into the next. So I'm going to repeat this pattern: 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, all the way around until we get to the end of round 4, back to our stitch marker. All right, I've made it to the end of round 4. You should end with 2 half double crochets into that last stitch, and you should have a total of 40 stitches now. So let's go ahead and move along. Move your stitch marker up. Now for round 5, we are going to put 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. And that's the repeat now for round 5. 1 half double into the next 3 stitches. So that was 1, 2, and 3, and 2 half doubles into the next. So that's the pattern I'm going to repeat for round 5. 1 half double, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, all the way around until I get back to my starting point. All right, into round 5, 2 half doubles into that last stitch. So I should have a total of 50 stitches. We're going to do one more row of increases. So go ahead and move that marker up. Now we're going to put 1 half double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next we'll have 2 half double crochets into the same stitch, and that is a repeat now for round 6. 1 half double into the next 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 half doubles into the next. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around until I get back to my stitch marker. All right, I've come to the end of round 6. 2 double crochet, or I'm sorry, 2 half double crochets. I'm so used to saying double. 2 half double crochets there into that last stitch, and go ahead and move your marker up. Now if you want to make a larger hat, say to fit like a 22 and an inch half, 22 to 22 and an inch half head, you could do another round of increases right here by doing 1 half double crochet into the next 5 stitches, and then 2 half double crochets into the next. And then when you got back around, you would have 70 stitches. That would make the hat bigger. That would fit probably 22, 22 and a half, maybe even 23 if you got a stretchy enough yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for my size. So what I'm going to do now, I have 60 stitches at the end of round 6. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work around putting 1 half double crochet in every stitch. No more increasing. That part's over with. Now it's just 1 half double in every stitch until I get back around to my stitch marker. So we're on round 7 now. And when you get back around, all you want to do is move your marker up and continue again, putting 1 half double in every stitch. So now it's just rounds of half double crochet, 1 in each stitch. You will always have 60 stitches at the end of every round. That will never change. The more rounds you do, the more you'll start to see your hat become a hat. It'll start to form into hat shape. After a few more rounds, you'll be able to take notice of that. So when I make it back around, move my stitch marker up, and then continue around again, 1 half double in every stitch. 60 stitches total, always 60 stitches. Now I'm going to keep going until I get my hat as long as I would like it to be. I'm not sure how many rounds I'm going to do, but I'll let you know here in just a minute how many total rows I do. Remember now, it's just 1 half double in every stitch, round after round. Move your stitch marker up at the end of every round and just keep doing rounds of 1 half double in every stitch. Okay, I have completed 16 rounds, and that is starting from round 1 all the way down is 16. If you want to do it longer, you can. Now I'm going to do one final round of single crochet to finish it off. So it's the end of my 16th round. I move my stitch marker up, and I have 60 stitches still. So for round 17, what I'm going to do is I'm going to single crochet into the next stitch, and I'm going to single crochet into every stitch all the way around. So this is the finishing round. So round 17 is just 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get back to your marker. Alright, I've made it to the end of round 17, 60 stitches till. I'm at my stitch marker. What I'm going to do the end of round now is I can go ahead and get rid of that stitch marker. We don't need it anymore. Go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch, and then pull that yarn out and clip it off and hide that tail, and you are finished. That's it. That's all there is to it. No seam, simple, half double crochet, no seam beanie. I think it turned out quite well. I love the sparkle in it. It's going to make a nice addition to the Hat Not Hate campaign since it is blue. But remember, if you do not want to donate to that campaign, you do not have to make it blue. But remember, I'll put the information to that below in the description box. Remember, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If not, I understand. Hopefully I'll do better next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other tutorials. If you look over there on the right hand side, I'm going to put a playlist of all my videos. I have hundreds of tutorials, probably like 75 hat tutorials, hundreds of other tutorials, just about anything you can think of. I have a tutorial for it. Never mind those old videos when I first started. They're not quite as good as my new ones, but maybe you can follow along with them. New ones are much better. I do lots of yarn talk, unboxings, yarn reviews, because I love to talk about yarn. I love to tell people about new yarns. So subscribe, like, share if you can, and until next time, have a good day.